There you are, my beautiful people, and happy Monday. I hope you all are doing amazing. And if you're new around here, I'm Jet Ski Chuck. We dive into the most disturbing videos on the internet we can find. 2 things we need to do before we get started. 1, hit that like button. 2, hit that subscribe button. Remember, don't believe anything you hear or see on this video. It is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. This isn't factual. Some things may resonate with you, some won't. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. That's what I do. And keep your head on a straight swivel. With that being said, this is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
Under the waves is where we belong.
Consciousness isn't inside your brain. It commands 50 trillion cells that execute every thought as divine order. Goddard discovered that when you internally declare, I am healthy or I am prosperous, you're not making empty affirmations, but directly programming your biology through energy fields measurable by science. Just by assuming the feeling of already being healed, activating dormant longevity genes. Your controlled imagination reshapes your physical reality when you truly feel yourself to be what you desire. Every emotion generates specific chemistry that your cells interpret as executive commands. You govern a microscopic civilization that religiously obeys your dominant perceptions. But nobody teaches you how to consciously assume control of this ancestral power.
Modern utterly failed by treating you as a defective biological machine in need of external repairs, when in fact, you are the supreme commander of a microscopic civilization of 50 trillion inhabitants that blindly obey your mental commands. This is not a poetic metaphor, but a biological reality that shatters all the foundations of genetic determinism and places in your hands a power that conventional science prefers to ignore. For decades, we have been conditioned to believe that our health, our destiny, and our reality are the products of external forces over which we have little to no control. Defective invading unfavorable circumstances. All these elements supposedly shape us as passive victims of a random and cruel universe. But this narrative is not only false, it has been responsible for keeping humanity in a state of unnecessary powerlessness. The truth emerging from the world's most advanced laboratories reveals a completely different reality. You are not a singular entity fighting against external forces, but rather an organized multitude of trillions of microscopic beings that respond instantly to the commands issued by your consciousness. Every thought you generate, every emotion you experience, every belief you hold is immediately transformed into specific biochemical instructions that your 50 trillion cells receive and execute with a precision that would be the envy of the most sophisticated computing system ever created. This discovery represents not just an evolution in scientific understanding, but a complete revolution in the comprehension of what it means to be human. When the ancient masters declared that you will know the truth and the truth will set you free, they were not referring to a merely philosophical liberation, but to the practical discovery that we are the direct architects of our own biological and existential experience. The immediate relevance of this understanding transcends any previous. If you are dealing with problematic relationships, financial limitations, or any form of suffering that seems beyond your control, the revelation that you are the ruler of a vast cellular civilization that obeys your conscious directives offers a real and practical way out of these unwanted states.
50 trillion cells that you command. That's deep. Meteor streaks across the sky. It was seen over several states, including Arkansas. Well, let's take a look. Wow. It just is breaking apart, disintegrating by the looks of it. What are they? Alright, what is a meteor?
A meteor is essentially a small piece of rock or debris from space that enters our atmosphere. As it speeds through the air, it encounters friction, which causes it to heat up and glow, creating that beautiful streak of light we often call a shooting star. It's fascinating to think that most meteors burn up completely before they can reach the ground. However, if one manages to survive this fiery journey and lands on Earth, we refer to it as a meteorite. These meteorites can provide scientists with valuable information about the solar system and the origins of our planet. So, the next time you see a shooting star, remember, it's not just a pretty sight, it's a glimpse into the cosmos.
Alright, we have more excellent footage of meteorites. Before we dive in a little deeper, interesting. What are they, guys? That one is absolutely massive. What on earth could they be? Did this thing just travel millions of light years away just to disintegrate in our atmosphere? Or is it something else? What are meteors actually?
Good morning, everyone. I have been getting a couple questions here in the last few days about meteors and what meteors are and what meteor showers are. And I've already made a video showing you guys what you think falling stars are, shooting stars. So now I'm going to show you what you think meteors and meteor showers are. There's a difference between the two, but I'm going to show you how they do both of them. The first one I'm going to show you is just a single meteor, or what you think is a meteor, and this is usually how you see it go across the sky. Now, let me show you what this truly is that you're seeing. Now, what I'm showing you right here is leaked photos of some government agencies and some of their agents in hazmat suits going out into this field, collecting this big wiry-looking ball with a hole in the center of it. Now, what this basically is, this is kind of like a coil, like a heater coil. Coil wire harnesses heat, and that's kind of like what this does right here. It harnesses heat. Now, this little hole that you see in the center of it, I'm going to show you what that's for in a second. But like I said, this wrapped wire harnesses heat, kind of like this right here. Now, this is a car cigarette lighter with a wired coil inside it. And once you plug this in and your negative and your positive connect, it heats that coil up, and you get a red glare, fiery red glare, as you can see here. Okay, now.
Man, I bet you those things were useful back in the day, man. No more looking for a lighter. All you gotta do is hit that button inside your car.
This wire, that's what this wire does. It heats up, and that fireball that you see flying across the sky, well, it's eventually you got to land somewhere, and they've been found all over the place, Australia, Brazil, and everything. So, like I said, that wire ball, it's like a coil. It harnesses the heat. That's the big fireball that you're seeing go across the sky. Now, the hole that you see in the center of that, right here, as you can see in this photo here. Now, that's that whatever this thing is filled with. I'm not sure what they fill these things with. It's kind of just like fireworks. And this hole that you're seeing, that's where everything's released from. The gases, the smoke, just like you see right here in this smoke. It looks identical, just about. And here's another one here. And like I said, there's all kinds of these things. You guys can look these up. I just put a few in here just to give you an example, give you an idea what these things look like. But anyways, that hole, like I said, releases the gases, chemicals, smoke, whatever is in this thing. That's where it all releases from. And that smoke that you see go across the sky when this thing is flying across the sky, or falling out of the sky, basically, where they're dropping it out of the airplane. But that hole is where you get this momentum, kind of like a bottle rocket. Which all you guys have seen a bottle rocket. Well, same thing. It's got a little hole at the bottom of it, and that's where the flames shoot out at and gives it its momentum, and it shoots across the air. And then what happens when it gets up in the air? It pops, of course. Same thing you see here. It's nothing more than just a big fireworks show to deceive you. That's all it is. So the next time you see one of these flying across the sky, just remember, it's just a big firework. That's all it is. Just a big firework to keep you brainwashed. That's all it is. So anyways, let's move on to what meteor showers really are. Now, these are what they call...
He was reading my mind, because I'm like, all right, if that's just a firework, then what's a meteor shower? Okay.
All meteor showers. Now I'm going to show you how they really do this. Now this takes several planes to pull this off. Now I'll show you guys some training footage, how they practice doing it. Now this is leaked footage also, so I don't know the exact location of where they practice doing these meteor showers there, but they kind of stay low when they do it here, so nobody can really report it or see it. But, when they pull the actual stunt, these guys are up really, really high, and it's really dark at night. You can't see the planes, and this is how they do the meteor showers.
They do kind of look similar, guys, but those are flares.
These guys are up really, really high, and it's really dark at night. You can't see the planes, and this is how they do the meteor showers.
The only reason I'm not kind of buying it is because the flares aren't traveling as fast as those meteors. But those meteors are going in a straight line. Not a straight line, but
Hey everyone, have a good morning.
It has more momentum, than the flares. The flares kind of like, fall down. Those meteorites are going. So I don't know if they're going super fast and then they release the flares. I don't know. This is interesting though. It makes you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
This is how a meteorite looks inside. The lines you see are called the Widmanstätten pattern, which formed over billions of years. These patterns were created when the meteorite, originally part of an asteroid's core, was molten metal in space. As the molten metal cooled at an extremely slow rate, about 1 degree every million years, the iron and nickel crystals solidified at different temperatures, preventing them from mixing. This process created the unique three-dimensional structure seen only in meteorites. What secrets might these slices hold? This is how a meteorite looks.
If I had to name the specimen, I would call it Shard of the Allspark from Transformers. Yeah, this one's definitely being controlled if you ask me. Like someone just pulled back and it said, Zzz. If that's not a TR3B, I don't know what is. man-made UFO.
No, you'll see. Time will bear me out on it. It'll be fine.
TR-3B, often referred to as the Black Manta, is a rumored top-secret anti-gravity reconnaissance aircraft allegedly developed under a black project. It is associated with numerous reports of black triangle UFO sightings, particularly in areas like Antelope Valley.
Watch carefully, some people call it the Shadow Wing. This is the legendary anti-gravity aircraft that the U.S. government has never officially acknowledged, keeping it shrouded in mystery. Eyewitnesses say the TR-3B has a flying wing design shaped like a perfect triangle. The surface is smooth with no visible parts sticking out, and it's coated with a special reflective material that can deflect radar waves, making it almost completely invisible. Rumor has it, this aircraft is equipped with anti-gravity technology, allowing it to fly in near-zero gravity conditions. It's said to use high-pressure mercury, accelerated with nuclear energy to generate plasma, creating an electromagnetic anti-gravity field around the craft. This enables maneuvers that conventional aircraft simply can't match, like sharp 90-degree turns, extreme acceleration, and doing it all in near silence. In speed, agility, and flight control, it's in a league of its own. Some claim the TR-3B project began in the mid-1980s as part of a secret black program. It might have been designed to handle unknown threats, or maybe even developed with advanced technology that doesn't originate from Earth. Stories of the TR-3B first surfaced in California's Antelope Valley, where people have often spotted mysterious triangular aircraft. This area is surrounded by multiple military research bases, including Edwards Air Force Base and Plant 42, making it a hotspot for UFO enthusiasts and secret project researchers. In 1994, aviation researcher Stephen captured footage of a strange triangular aircraft and tracked it using military-grade radio equipment. Some believe the TR-3B's core tech could come from reverse-engineered non-human technology. In recent years, the U.S. Navy has secured several patents related to anti-gravity systems, one of which depicts a triangular craft remarkably similar to the TR-3B. The inventor, Salvatore Pais, is known for his work in gravity and electromagnetic propulsion. This has led many to suspect that such patents might be a cover to conceal the truth about advanced technology. After all, the U.S. hasn't publicly unveiled any groundbreaking new aircraft in recent years. Maybe the real cutting-edge tech is still hidden away. Whether the TR-3B is real or just a legend, only time will tell. If you like, please like and follow. Watch carefully.
If you think about it, they have been quiet. We haven't been hearing about any new F-99s, a F-307, you know, a new Black Hawk, nothing. It's because they working on that TR-3B prototype, aka the Black Wing. I love that. We got another one. Unidentified triangle craft believed to be a TR-3B being escorted by 2 military jets. You know, it makes sense it's being escorted because we got the patent.
So all this time, we've been living on a giant motherboard. Oh my days. This is a picture of a rand next to a motherboard. It's almost identical. You see, the previous civilizations built structures on ley lines and energy grids. These are the pyramids in Mexico. The layout is almost exactly like a motherboard. Here's a city that's a motherboard. This city is, oh no, that's another motherboard. Here we go, a bird's eye view of a city and a motherboard. Oh my diddy. Here we have Egyptian pyramids and a microprocessor. And this is a Syrian temple in Egypt and a computer chip.
If you ever want to take down the world's internet, this is where to strike. Almost 99% of all internet traffic, including this video, runs on this hidden network of undersea cables. But how do they even put them in place, and how do they fix them? Isn't the ocean like 1,000,000 miles deep and we haven't even fully explored the bottom yet? Do they just let them dangle through the water, float them on the surface, or... So the entire world is connected by these long-ass cables in the ocean, with 493 active cables coming up to a total of 1.5 million kilometers long. That's enough to go from Earth to the moon and back. Twice. But wait, isn't pretty much everything wireless at this point? I honestly thought that like satellites would be our main source of connectivity today, but no. Even the phone in your hand connects to data not by satellite, but through cell receiving towers, which are connected by cables. And these cables are installed by ship, which yes, lays them directly on the sea floor by just kind of spooling them out from the back and moving very, very slowly. But sometimes there will be underwater trenches, and having them hang across like this would be prone to breaking. So they just kind of keep unrolling the cable until it reaches as close to the bottom of the trench as it can. Now these cables, they pretty thick, reinforced with multiple layers of protection, as sharks have been found chewing on them, and can sometimes be quite hefty on the inside, as you could imagine, with fiber optic cables nestled safely deep inside of them where the data transfer actually happens. So whenever you message someone across the world, your message is literally traveling through these cables at about the speed of light, since fiber optic uses light pulses that are converted to binary code, which traverses through the deepest depths of our oceans in a couple seconds before getting to the recipient. Accidental breaks in the cables do happen every so often, and they either send an underwater drone like this to repair it, or they just pull that part of the cable out of the water and fix it on a ship before setting it back down. They obviously have a lot of backup cables and alternate paths in place, so even if some evil villain were to cut one of these cables to destroy society, it would just cause internet slowdowns in the area, similar to a traffic jam when a road is closed, and would probably be fixed in a couple days anyway. For now, wired internet connectivity remains king, as it's cheaper and faster than satellite internet like Elon's Starlink, but who knows where the future will take us.
How cool of a job would that be, sending an underwater drone to repair it? You using like a little controller? Sounds like fun.
To the average person, I would say get your board in the water and prepare to paddle like all get out. The tsunami of a lifetime is coming, and nothing your elders have seen is going to prepare.
We've been on these waters, but I'm gonna let them continue.
There's no good advice to give that's specific. Let's put it this way. One of the things when people tell me about their moving from one city to another, I have a phrase that nobody likes, which is every place is over. Oh, I'm moving to Austin. Yeah, it's over. Miami, it's over. Nashville, over. You know, all these places are over. And every occupation that is named is over. I'm going to be a dentist, radiologist, accountant, teacher. These are all over. Whatever's coming, get flexible, get good on a bunch of different stuff. Learn how to think across disciplines. I have no idea what's going to be left for us. But you know, somebody's going to come out on top. And I hate to tell people that you should try to come out on top. I don't think it's healthy to have everyone trying to be world class. I think you should be able to just have a life. I have a golden retriever. I don't know that it's the greatest golden retriever in the world. Sometimes I think it is. To the average person,
Sounds like AI takeover, if you ask me. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What was he referring to?
So we're just in a cafe right now, and I was just talking, and I can hear the resonant frequency of the room when I'm talking. Listen to this, ready? If we sing this note, there's no resonant frequency, but if we... So, did they just ask what that noise is? Most rooms, pretty much every room, has a resonant frequency. So if you sing the right note, it sings back to you. So it helps if you're facing like the corner of the room or something. What happens if you sing the right frequency? I can hear when I'm talking now. It's at that, whenever I hit that note when I'm talking, it's singing back. And if you sing it right, the whole cafe just fills up with that note. It's actually really loud. It's I'm not going to do it anymore. Ready? So we're just going to cap.
I could feel that through my speakers. Like, he did that with his mouth? That is incredible. Imagine if he did that underwater. Imagine how many dolphins and whales would probably be swimming up. Hey, I might be onto something, man. We might need to try that. To be able to hear sound in layers, that's a blessing. Taught me something. Man, that's all we got for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word is TR3B. Go ahead and drop TR3B in the comments below. That lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video and you really rock with your boy. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And I just want to say thank you. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you later.